Okay, so I'm going to show you guys how I put on my makeup. I just washed my face. Span clean, and I exfoliated, hence the redness. You always exfoliate before you put on makeup. I don't put on makeup every single day, so I really forget to exfoliate often, but I do exfoliate just because I know that cell turnover increases when you exfoliate. Okay, so I wash my face. It's spick, span, clean. What do I wash my face with? Well, I wash my face with Dove soap for sensitive skin, simple bar soap. In another video, I'll tell you guys why I do that. I've tried everything. Everything. What worked for me is simple Dove bar soap. That's what I did. I exfoliated with a little bit brown sugar and honey, a concoction that I make myself. I rinse that off and then actually do it one more time with Dove bar soap because my face feels a little bit sticky after honey and brown sugar, obviously. That could be a good thing for your skin. I don't know, but it just, I'd rather have my face feel like fresh and clean. Fresh and clean. I'm red in certain areas, not red in other areas, blah, 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 XYZ. All right. It starts off with this. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's L'Occitane. I know it's not pronounced that way. It's a French word. It's face oil. And this face oil is made out of a plant that does not age. I have really oily skin. Being very aware of it too. It was hard for me to commit to putting oil on my face. That sounds awful. Oil on your face? Hell no. But what this does is creates a balance. And I also learned to always have upward motion because gravity is real, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna fight that gravity. It feels really good too. Since it is the evening, I am going to put a moisturizer that doesn't have any SPF. I put SPF on every single day, at least 30. This came free with purchase. Something Shea, that's my brother's name. Hey! One of those things that when you purchase online, you get 3 free sample size items. So this is one of them. I do like to use Olay Regenerist for my night routine. But in this case, I will use L'Occitane. I don't know. Don't forget your neck. One of those things that haunt you later, like flossing. Like, oh, you didn't floss in the last 30 years, so now your teeth are jacked up. Well, you didn't moisturize your neck. Now your neck's all jacked up. I usually let my moisturizer sit in for about 15 minutes so my skin can fully absorb that. In this case, I'm not. Let's just pretend 15 minutes passed. Alright, next up. Lancome La Base. This came free with my Lancome powder or bronzer that I usually get. A lot of higher end department store brands offer you gifts with purchase. I'm all about that life, so I make sure to purchase or have my cycle that forces me to purchase when the gifts are coming out. So this is primer. I just put a tiny. I chose to sit. Usually if this was a day that I was actually getting ready for some kind of event, I would have put that oil on, moisturize, and make use of that waiting 15 minutes. I would have put lotion on my whole body, put some like heat shit in my hair, whatever, gloss serum in my hair. I would have organized a little bit, making use of the time. None of us have 15 minutes to allow our moisturizer to sit in, but you can make use of that time. It's been a solid a minute and 45 seconds when I'm impatient. And so that's something that you want to do when you are being photographed or you are going to like a Christmas party. Sorry to cut you guys short. Y'all are special, but just kidding. This is a texturized TV. I'm just gonna go ahead and do my thing. Alright, I apply foundation, which isn't your average way to apply foundation, honestly. First off, I have two colors. One's differentiated by this classy rubber band. This means a lighter color. This means a darker color. They're just a shade apart. This is pretty heavy duty foundation. It's called MAC. Focus. Okay, it's called MAC Pro Long Wear Foundation. Darker color is NC35 and my lighter color is NC25. So maybe they're 2 shades apart, something like that. Anyway, I use these foundations as a concealer. Unless I'm just, I like hitting like something real fancy, but I use them as a concealer. I've kind of been in the sun lately. I would use my NC35 because my skin doesn't need, not to be like that, but I don't need heavy crap on my face. And not because I'm flawless by whatever means, I am not. However, I have spots. And so a lot of people that have spots, they overcompensate, decking their face out with layers and layers of makeup. And that's not what you need. You just need to apply the areas that you need to apply it to. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. That's what I will do. I'm going to put this NC35 along my blemishes. Also, you should probably not listen to my advice until this whole thing is done. So I'm just going to apply foundation, which I use as concealer, to my trouble spots, which are my chin right now because I'm breaking out. Here I've been breaking out, and I've been really good. I have not been touching my problem areas. Like, I've been trying to just stick it out for the team. And so I'm going to apply here, 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 under my nose a little bit, under my eyes a little bit, and then right here, and then right here. So here we go. I'm done. This is fine. This is good. That's what I use my foundation for. I tried many kinds and brands and whatever of concealer. It just hasn't worked out for me. I find concealer a little bit too heavy and for concealer, and then I find foundation a little bit too heavy for foundation. So after many years, 27 years, what works for me is foundation for concealer. It's not taking all my flaws away, but it's okay to have a few flaws. You don't want to look like a robot or mannequin or something like that. So this is fine. Okay, and next what I use is Lancome Dual Finish. This is an older one. Oh, I lost my other one. Armande 3, Matte Armande 3. I use a different one. I lost it in my friend Bree's car. What's up, Bree? I know you're saving that for me. I know she doesn't use it. She's black. But let's be honest. She's like, when are you going to come get your makeup? I'm like, eventually. So, lately I've been scrubbing hardcore. Doesn't matter though. It's all good. Whatever works. Whatever works. So I like to put a little bit of powder on top, because I like to blend the concealer that I use in my troubled areas, such as underneath my eyes, beneath my nose, a spot on my chin area, a few spots on my cheeks, which probably happened from talking on the telephone, which I would suggest using earphones. Okay, so a little bit there, and then over here from, I would say, hair products. Actually, I'm not a scientist. These are just my guesses. So I just like to blend those areas in. Okay, so my least favorite part. I wouldn't say it's, well, it kind of is my least favorite part because I have not been gifted with Lord above's blessing in eyebrows. Like, I seriously have none. So through many trial and error, I'm still kind of winging this eyebrow thing. So for the longest time, I would see other girls' eyebrows and, you know, people that I looked up to and things like that, and I would see the way it creased and how it aligned with their bone structure, things like that, and I would want the same thing, which is ridiculous. That's like mimicking somebody's workout. Everybody's body, face structures is very different. Never mimic somebody else. Do what works for you. Okay, when I think about it too much, honestly, I fuck it up like hardcore. If I'm getting ready for a special event, I look jacked up. But if I'm getting ready for just hanging out, going to movies with some friends or whatever, I look great. So, my tip to you guys, never overthink it. Oh, and another tip that I learned from like YouTube, straight up, I would make sure to shade every single area equally. However, that is like the dumbest thing ever. If you think about it, only certain areas need shading, not the entire eyebrow. So for instance, like this is like with no shading. Okay, with shading, no shading. And so like this is a good amount. This is not so much, not so much, not so much. And so I would shade the entire thing equally. And so this would be so heavy with the color, and this would be so light in color, and I'd look crazy. Absolutely crazy. Okay, so I'm going to use my foundation / concealer and just kind of like erase all my mistakes. Too bad y'all can't do this in real life. Just kidding. Actually, I'm not fucking kidding. I'm serious. You know what I mean, you know what I mean. Which is what I do, like. Editing that out. Okay. Oof, I'm done. I use that for the blemishes I had going on. I'm going to use my lighter foundation, which is a matte prolonged wear NC25. And I'm going to use that as my under eye fix. Most, I guess a trend right now is, I'm going to use a pump and a half. Which actually is not a pump and a half because I just pump. So it's really just probably like 75% of a pump. Anyway, so the trend right now is to use a highlighter. But I look crazy with the highlighter. Like some girls, I think the whole contouring thing doesn't really fit all girls because I've tried it and it's not cool. So I just like to use my lighter winter shade of foundation. I'm going to just even it out. What's going on my face? Okay. So next, I am going to apply Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil in Bourbon. Chill there for a bit. Whoa! I hate when I go hella pink. That's why I put the blush before I put the bronzer. My favorite bronzer is Lancome Star Bronzer. Natural Glow. Lancome bronzer, Natural Glow. And this is my favorite bronzer brush. It's a matte. I don't know what the numbers are because they're faded. And I apply this way. I go under my neck, or at my neck, under my face, the outer areas of my face, and right under where I applied my blush. And then my jawline. Kind of blend that bronzer and that blush together, because nobody likes like so many like lines and structure to your makeup. It's just unnatural and weird. Okay, so okay, my eyebrows look weird to me. Okay, it's fine. I'm overthinking. Alright. So, last but definitely not least, actually this is my favorite part of putting on makeup, mascara. This is my favorite mascara, which the last 2 times I went to Walgreens, it's just not trying that hard. They didn't have it. Oops. CoverGirl Exact Highlight. Ooh, I see what you did there. For brown eyes. Okay, so I try to keep my eyes wide open when I do this mascara stuff, and I want to follow through. So I want to go from the tip, from the end closest to my eyeball, all the way. Slow and steady wins the race. Ooh. Yeah, this is probably not sanitary, but since I let it follow through, it does touch my upper eyelids. Biggest, most important thing ever, and I can't emphasize this more. Like, before even putting on makeup or anything like that, exfoliate your fucking lips. Exfoliate your lips. How do you exfoliate? Well, as soon as you get out the shower, or if you wash your face with some warm water, soap, whatever you do, whatever. Even if you don't, get some moisturizer. Apply to your lips some moisturizer. And fucking scrub those dead skin cells away. It does so much. I mean, what do you do to your lips? I exfoliated them. Look! See? I didn't even put on lipstick or anything. Check it. Okay, I didn't even exfoliate. Apply lipstick. Alright, we're done. Okay. Hey! Oh, fuck. God damn, I hate corners. Okay, so this is it. And I'm done with my makeup tutorial, rehearsal, how to do it yourself, or whatever. Kisses, besos. Pretty good, huh? For a not professional. Alright. Too bad it's late, so I'm about to wash all this bitch off and hit the sack. Deuces. Bye, y'all.